Hi. Hi, everybody. Hey, if you're just coming on, I want you to drop in the comments where you're from and maybe, what business you're in. So are you in network marketing or you a hairdresser or, you know, just just kind of give me an idea. Now, I am using StreamYard, but I'm gonna try to keep the comments on my phone because sometimes in StreamYard they don't come up very fast. So, and if you haven't given StreamYard permission to use your profile, then it just comes up as Facebook user and I won't know who you are. So, anyway, so yeah, if you're just hopping on, just, drop in the comments where you're from and um, maybe what business you're in, like network marketing or that kind of stuff. Anyway, anyway, here we are live, I wanted to do this training and I just thought it would just be fun to go on and talk about going live because I know a lot of people they're really afraid of going live and it's it's not that hard, but I get it. I get it because you don't want to make a mistake, you don't want to look dumb, you don't want to, all those things. But I have some ideas for you guys and some exercises that you can do that will help you maybe kind of jump past that little barrier that you have about going live. And I think a lot of it is just how we feel about ourselves and we don't want to look dumb or sound dumb, and don't worry about it because you know what, it's real life, man. It's real life. Anyway, my name's Cindy Strong. For those of you that don't know me, I don't know if you know me or don't know me, but my name is I have been hacked. Facebook user, I have been hacked. Oh no, that's not good. So I got hacked once in my messenger, and that wasn't a very good feeling because all those people that you have to tell now all of a sudden, oh, I got hacked, don't open whatever I just sent you. And that wasn't a good feeling. So if you get hacked, I know if you change your password right away, that kind of stops everything. So I kind of make it a point to change my Facebook password and my password about every 6 months or so. And you kind of run out of what kind of passwords you're going to use, right? It's like, what am I going to do for this password? Because I'm never going to remember it. And then you write it down somewhere and then you don't remember that. But at any rate, change your password. That helps. So, anyway, my name's Cindy Strong, and I have been a hairdresser for 40 years. I got my license in 1981. And back then, oh my gosh, I was so shy. I was so super shy. And somebody sit in my chair and I mean, it was worse than going live, it was like somebody sit in my chair and I was responsible for their hair and, I was super nervous and all that. But I started to kind of get over it, as you go along, you start to get a little more confidence and kind of building your clientele and people like you and whatever. So that helped a lot. But I think that what got me past, not being afraid of going live was about, I would say, I think it was about 20 years ago. I got involved in community theater. And let me tell you, when you got to go live, not just live, you got to go live, your whole body in front of people. And my first play that I was ever in, I actually had to sing too, right? So there I am out there going live and singing. And, you make a mistake. Well, so what? You make a mistake, you got to keep going because it's live theater. So, kind of the same thing as this. However, I want to tell you something. So, say you go live, right? And you think, oh my God, that was the worst live ever. Well, at the end of the live, you can actually tell Facebook to delete it. So then nobody else will ever see it, right? So you got that. So don't even worry about it. Just jump on and go live. Anyway, so I mean, I don't know how many people we have here, and I'm sorry if I can't see if you guys are making comments. Let me put my glasses on. Let's see. I mean, I don't know how many people we have here, ooh, and I'm sorry if I can't see lady. If you guys are making comments. Let me put my glasses. There we go. All right. Rhonda. Oh, Rhonda, you've been hacked. Oh, that's terrible. Kelly can't remember her password. I know. I can never remember my password. So anyway, what stops you from going live? So say, because a lot of times when we're in network marketing, we're in this business, even being just like being a hairdresser, right? It's almost really good for your business in this day and age to go live, to just give people like tips about your business, just quick little, hey, here's a quick tip on, like I did the other day, a quick tip on putting eye cream on, because a lot of times people put eye cream on, they put way too much, and they're always complaining about, oh my gosh, it got in my eyes, I don't like it, la 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 la. But if you don't use eye cream, these things are going to really creep up, and as time goes on, they're going to get a lot worse. So use the eye cream, but use it the right way. So show people how to use that. How long does that take? Maybe 3 minutes. You show people, dab it on here and make sure it's out here and maybe a little bit underneath brow bone, and don't worry about the rest of it, and make sure that you don't use too much. I mean, that's pretty quick, right? You just go on and tell people something like that. You can also, I'm using StreamYard. So what you can do with StreamYard, and I think they have like a free version of it where you can just stream to one platform, and you can go on, you can pre-record it, and then if you make a mistake, you can just delete it and do it over. I've done that a million times, like pre-recorded something, because it's like you can't sit there and just jump on live here and jump on live there. So it's nice to be able to pre-record it, especially when you're doing those quick little tips, right? So there you go. You can do one whole day of pre-recorded video and delete it if it don't look good. The other thing is that you got to kind of get used to watching yourself. Now, that was hard for me at first, because when you're in live theater and stuff, you can't see yourself ever. I mean, if somebody films the actual play, then you can see yourself, but you don't really see yourself. It's not usually all that good. But with live video, you do see yourself. And then if you have to rewatch yourself, you're like, oh my gosh, do I really look like that? Well, don't do that to yourself. Really. Everybody looks at you and they think that you're great. So don't worry about it. You are great. And the other thing is, be excited, because a lot of times we go on live and we sit there and we talk really low, and you're just like sweating and you could tell you're really nervous. Well, you know what? Keep your notes by you. That helps a lot. Just kind of I always have these notes all around me. And so I kind of look down and say, oh yeah, that's what I'm supposed to talk about. That helps. Have some props. Now, I just got this new office. So I don't have my background. Like, I'm going to have a background that is going to be built in, but my husband hasn't done that yet. So he'll be working on it soon. Anyway. So today, what I did was I just put a little prop up, just a little vase with some flowers. You don't need much. You don't have to go out and buy anything fancy. Now you can. On Amazon, they have these backdrops that you can get. They're fairly inexpensive. And, they're great. You just put them up behind you. They could be like the bricks and all that kind of stuff. That's great. What I have found, though, is trying to I have some backdrops that were just super busy. And the problem with having them so busy is that people are looking at the backdrops and they're not really paying attention to you. So you don't want it to be so busy that they're not paying attention to you, that they're looking all through the backdrop and going, oh, that's really interesting. But you want it to be, something. Plain is just not that fun. So anyway, it looks like I'm talking to nobody. So I don't know if you guys are out there still, but tell me, tell me what stops you from going live. Is it just the fear of, you know, not looking good or not being able to get the words out, or what? What is it? What is it? Let me see if I can see you guys on here. I don't see any extra comments. But anyway, I think a lot of times it is just we're just scared. We're just scared that we are going to look bad. And you just got to move past that. The other trick that I do sometimes, and being in theater, this really helped, is what I do is if I felt like I wasn't, I don't know, some days you just don't feel like you want to go live or you want to perform or whatever. But what I do is I just kind of go in myself and I say, okay, so what character am I going to play today? Let's play this character. And so I kind of go and figure out what that character would say or do or whatever. And that helps too. Because being in theater, let me tell you, it was great. It was great experience because it really helped you just move through that whole ordeal of being afraid. And sometimes facing your fears is, something that you need to do. I have a story about this guy that my dad knew. And he actually was a customer of my father. And my father is an aircraft maintenance and repair guy. And this guy told me this story because I started taking flying lessons a while ago. And I love flying. I love to fly. I love to go places. And my dad's been a pilot, pretty much his whole life. I think when he was 15, he got his license, or 16 or whatever. Anyway, he's been flying for a very long time. And that's just what I grew up on. And I love it. But I know that a lot of people fear it. A lot of people are super afraid of flying. So anyway, this guy, he was one of my dad's customers, and he told me that he had a flight school, and he had all these airplanes, and he flew everywhere. He flew all over the place. He was a pilot and all this stuff, and he had these great airplanes and this great flight school, and I said to him, I go, this is pretty exciting, what you have. And he goes, well, I used to be terrified of flying. In fact, he was on a flight. What he would have to do is go to the bar and get, pretty much drunk. And then he could get on the flight. Well, one time he got a little too drunk and they actually kicked him off the flight because he was a little belligerent. So he was almost put on the, no fly list or whatever that list is, right? Seriously, that's how terrified he was. He was terrified. So this is a guy that's terrified of flying. And then what he did was he said, you know what? I got to learn to fly because that way I can face my fear and get through it, because I have to be able to fly for his business. I guess he had to fly. So what he did was he learned to fly and faced his fears. And, then he loved it so much that he bought a flight school, and that's what he did. He helped other people learn to fly. How great is that? So if you face your fears, sometimes it can really turn out to be something great. And I know that with network marketing or with any kind of business in this day and age, you got to go on live. People got to see you. They have to see you because they are going to, you know, it's just going to be more familiar. It's kind of like if you go out and meet somebody in real life, you're not going to be, I mean, I'm not nervous. I don't know if you're nervous meeting people, but I like to meet people. I like to go to places and meet people and talk to people and stuff. So it's kind of the same thing. And with a live, you can kind of prepare yourself. You can do your hair, you can do your makeup. One thing about makeup too is you almost have to exaggerate it a little bit. Like looking at myself on the live, I don't look like I have too much makeup on, but I probably wouldn't wear this makeup going out. I mean, I wouldn't wear this much makeup going out somewhere. I just wouldn't. It's a lot. It's a lot when you're looking at it, you know, when you're looking at it in the mirror. It's like, oh, wow. But for going live, you almost got to accentuate it. And especially around the eyes. I notice if you don't put, some type of eyeliner on or whatever, your eyes can kind of disappear. But you really don't have to worry about that either because nobody's really looking at your makeup. They want to hear what you have to say. So just say it. So the other thing is lighting. Now, when I first started, I didn't have a ring light and all that kind of stuff. I actually won a ring light, a really nice ring light. It's a Stellar Diva 2 or something like that ring light. I won it from being on this challenge, and I couldn't believe it, but I won it. And you know how I won it? Because I told myself, I got to do something to reinvent. Because I was looking at all these people going live, and I'm thinking to myself, huh, you know what? I got to figure out a way to stand out because I don't want to just look like everybody else. Nobody's going to really, talk to me. So I went in this challenge and I said, okay, I got to figure this out. I got to do something. And I completely bleached out my hair and colored it pink, purple, pink, purple. I can't remember. The first one was more purple than pink. And then I had my daughter take a picture of me and then I posted it in this group and I got, I think, like 800 comments. I was like, whoa. So I thought, man, I'm onto something, right? So that really helped with my confidence. So I went into my group and I started going live and I love the pink hair. So it's probably going to stay for a while because it kind of defines me. People are scrolling and they stop because, oh my gosh, she's a little different, right? And I don't look like everybody else. I'm not thin. I'm not model. I mean, there's some, people out there that are like so beautiful and perfect. And they have these filters on their cameras too that make them look perfect and stuff. I don't have it. I don't have any of that stuff. Mine is just, it's me. It's just me. So why not be you? People want to see you and they want to learn to know you, and they're going to know you if they're seeing you live. So that's the key. Let's see. So yeah, so lighting. Anyway, a ring light is great. You don't have to go out and buy a fancy ring light. You don't have to do that. Seriously. If you just have, the first ring light I bought, I think, here, I'll show you. This is it. This is the first one I bought. And it just stood up behind my, I literally think this was like less than $20. It was not very much money. And, because I didn't really know what I was doing. And I was like, I don't want to buy, I don't want to spend a ton of money. So what I did was, this has like 3 legs and you just stand it up behind your computer or your phone. The other thing is I didn't have a tripod for my phone. So what I did was, I watched this lady do a little training on going live and using your phone. So what she did was she said, get a pop socket. And a pop socket is great because it helps you take pictures and stuff. I highly, highly recommend them. They're cheap. They don't cost that much, right? But you need this. This thing is great because the other thing that you can do, so like you have a glass, you can put some water in it so it stands up, and you can literally just put your phone right on that and, put it up on something so that you have, your live video. You don't want to film stuff down here because you don't want people looking at all this, and you don't want to like hold your phone or have it all propped up like that. So that's what I would do. At first I was just like putting it on this cup. I didn't have a tripod for my phone. I didn't have any of that, so why not? Phones are great these days. They take excellent picture. I mean, the picture quality is beyond excellent. It's great. So why not you utilize that? Don't go out and buy a camera and, studio lights and all that stuff. Just keep it simple, keep it cheap. But lighting is key. The other thing is sound. Now, when I first started too, I would listen to my lives and I'm like, it almost has this like echo. And I was watching somebody one day and they were talking about getting rid of that echo. So my first microphone was literally this. This thing has a super long cord, but here's the microphone. I think I spent, I don't know, this thing was cheap. It was like, uh, that is less than 20, $30. I can't remember, but it was not that expensive. Okay. And then it has a little clip, like you put it on and then you plug this into the computer, or yeah, computer. You'd have to use this on a computer, but I would highly suggest getting StreamYard, you guys, because you can record, or what you can do is pre-record your videos, right? And save them and delete if you want, or you know, then you have them stored there too. So I'd highly recommend that. StreamYard is great. And then if you ever want to have guests on your live, you can do that too, right through StreamYard. Um, you can have, I think, up to 8 people or something like that on the free version. I can't remember what it is, but I've never had 8 people. I've had 2. No, 1. Just the 2 of us. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Hey, I'm live. So anyway, yeah, I mean, this is not that expensive, but it does make a difference when people are listening. They want to be able to hear you. They want to be able to, not have to strain to hear you, because people are into scroll, and they're going to scroll past you. If they can't hear it or they can't see it real well, they are just going to scroll past. But just a little bit of money, buy your little ring light. And this ring light this is what's cool about this one, is it had the little thing for the phone right in it. So you just, plug that into your computer, and then you've got the phone right there, and it worked great. So that was my first one. Anyway, the other thing about going live, and this was one thing that I learned in acting class, they had us go up on stage. I remember this one time. I thought this was brilliant. They had us go up on stage and do like 3 minutes and talk about something that was familiar to us. Talk about something that we loved, or talk about, like this one lady got up. She just bought this brand new car. And so she got up and so she did like 3 minutes on this car, why she bought it, why she picked it out. And she was super excited. Now, I'd never even heard this lady talk before. she was like a little mouse in our class. She was like always sitting there kind of behind the scenes. And I didn't even know that she could. I was thinking, how is she going to get up there and act? Because I can't even see her, you know, talking at all. But she got up there and she talked about that car and she was just like on fire. And I thought, whoa, that's a good exercise. So do that for yourself. You can actually, if you get on StreamYard, you can actually record yourself, or I don't know what, you know what? I take that back. I don't know if you can record yourself on the free version, but just go on there. You don't have to actually hit the record button. You can still be in the studio and just kind of talk to yourself. But do like a little elevator speech, sell me on that car that you just bought, or a product that you just bought, or something that your dog, um, something that you're really familiar with, that you're really excited about. And that really helped, because a lot of times when we go on live, or we go on to perform, we have to teach somebody something else. And excuse me for just a minute. I don't have COVID, but for some reason my nose is running. I don't have COVID. I don't ever see anybody. I don't ever go anywhere. How could I get it? So anyway, just doing that little exercise, like just figuring out what it is that you love. Okay, 3 minutes, and just talk to yourself 3 minutes. Try to be excited about it too, because if it's something that you love, you are excited about it. People want to see you excited. They don't want to see you scared, because they're going to scroll if you're scared, Don't be scared. Just go on. You don't have to hit the live button. Just go on and talk to yourself, in the studio, and that helps too. Just talking to yourself. Just talking to you. The other thing with StreamYard that's great, that I think is great, and that will help if you guys get it, if you sign up for it, what we can do is actually work with each other, and just, you don't even have to go live. You can be in the studio and just talk to each other and help each other go through a live, like help each other go through asking questions about what it is you're presenting or whatever. And that will help too. So that's what I thought we could do. Like on day 3, we could, do a couple of people and go live, and just see, I want to hear your elevator speech. And it could be that one thing that you love, right? That one thing that you love. So anyway, that's about all I have for today. But what I thought I would do is, for homework. Now, I don't know if you guys love homework. I never loved homework. I remember one of my instructors called it home fun. It wasn't fun at all, but this is going to be fun. It's going to be easy. But I just thought that what you could do is tomorrow, just let me know what it is. What's the number one thing that you're afraid of going live? Okay, so that's the first question. What are you afraid of? Number 2, what do you want to teach? What it is it that you want to teach, or you want to show people, or what is the reason that you want to go live? I mean, is it for your business? Um, you want to be able to teach, right? That's what going live is all about. Giving people information. And number 3, I just want to see what the I want to see what that elevator speech looks like. Can you give me that? Could you do that? Could you go on live and maybe in the group, and just go on live and do that elevator speech in the feed? If you would do that, I have some prizes that I can give out for people that actually do it. just 3 minutes. Talk about something that you love. I mean, it could be, like I said, your dog, your car, your husband. Just talk about something that's familiar to you, and try to do it with some conviction and be excited about it, and just go on and do it right in the feed, and we'll see what we get tomorrow. That would be amazing if you guys could do that. So anyway, I hope you got some kind of information out of this live, something that you can take away. I'm going to come on tomorrow, 3 o'clock again, 3 o'clock Pacific time. So whatever, time you guys are, it'll be different, but 3 o'clock Pacific time. And so hopefully you guys have done that homework, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. And, maybe have some people volunteer to do a short little live. Wouldn't that be fun? Anyway, hope you got some value out of this. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.